The Curse of the Nun. My name is Emily, and I never believed in ghosts or curses until that fateful day. It was a stormy night, and I found myself lost on a remote country road. My GPS had failed me, and the rain was pouring down in torrents, making it impossible to see anything beyond a few feet ahead. Desperation and fear began to creep in as I realized I had no idea where I was or how to get back to civilization. In the distance, a dim light flickered, providing a glimmer of hope. I decided to follow it, hoping that it would lead me to some shelter or kind soul who could help me. As I approached, the light seemed to emanate from an old, dilapidated church. It was a chilling sight, standing alone in the darkness, looking as if it had been forgotten by time. I hesitated, but the rain showed no sign of letting up, and I had no other choice. Cautiously, I pushed open the heavy wooden door, and it creaked eerily in protest. The interior was even more unsettling than the exterior. Cobwebs adorned the corners, and dust danced in the air as I stepped inside. The church seemed empty, except for a solitary confessional booth at the far end. As I approached it, a cold breeze swept through the room, causing me to shiver uncontrollably. Despite my unease, I couldn't help but feel drawn to the confessional, as if an invisible force was guiding me towards it. I knelt before the confessional, feeling the weight of an unexplainable sadness engulf me. My mind was racing, trying to make sense of the strange events unfolding around me. Suddenly, the confessional door creaked open, and I could see nothing but darkness within. My heart pounded in my chest, but something pushed me to step inside. Inside the confessional, the air grew even colder, and an overwhelming feeling of dread washed over me. I hesitated to speak, unsure of what to say or to whom. But before I could utter a word, a voice whispered from the darkness, chilling me to the bone. "Who dares to seek absolution in this forsaken place?" It was a voice that seemed both ancient and tormented, and I could feel it piercing through my soul. Fear paralyzed me, but I managed to stammer, "I am lost. Please, can you help me?" The voice let out a mournful sigh, and a figure emerged from the shadows. It was a nun, but her appearance was far from serene. Her eyes were hollow and lifeless, and her face was etched with sorrow. She wore tattered, blood-stained robes that seemed to belong to a distant past. "I am Sister Agnes," she said, her voice trembling with sadness. "Once, this place was filled with prayers and hope. But darkness took hold, and a curse befell us all." I listened in horror as Sister Agnes recounted a tragic tale of betrayal, deceit, and unspeakable cruelty that had befallen the church and its inhabitants centuries ago. The curse had bound her restless spirit to this desolate place, and she could never find peace. "Every year, on the night of my death, the curse comes alive," Sister Agnes said, her eyes locking onto mine with a haunting intensity. "Whoever enters this church on that night is doomed to suffer the same fate as I did." I felt a chill run down my spine, realizing that the night of her death was tonight, the very night I had stumbled upon this cursed church. Panic seized me, and I pleaded with her to let me go, promising never to return. "It is too late," she whispered mournfully. "The curse has already marked you." With that, the confessional door slammed shut, trapping me inside. I pounded on the door, screamed for help, but no one could hear me. The curse had taken hold of me, and there was no escape. As the night wore on, I could feel Sister Agnes' malevolent presence growing stronger. I saw flickering shadows dance across the walls, heard sinister whispers in my ear, and felt icy fingers on my skin. Madness threatened to consume me as the curse twisted my mind. In a desperate attempt to break free from the curse's grip, I retraced Sister Agnes' tragic story, hoping to uncover the key to her salvation. With every piece of the puzzle I unraveled, the haunting visions intensified, driving me to the brink of insanity. As the first light of dawn crept through the stained glass windows, the curse reached its peak. Sister Agnes appeared before me one last time, her face contorted in agony. "I am free," she whispered, her voice now filled with peace. "Thank you for setting me free." And then, she was gone. I stumbled out of the church, exhausted and traumatized. the curse had lifted, but the memories of that horrific night would forever haunt me. I had witnessed the terrifying power of the curse of the nun, a power that I would carry with me for the rest of my days. Now, I warn others who may stumble upon that cursed church. Beware the night of Sister Agnes' death, for the curse of the nun still lurks, waiting to ensnare anyone who dares to enter its haunted halls. I pray that you never have to face the horrors I endured on that fateful night, for some curses are too dark to ever be broken,